Are you or someone you know irrationally afraid of firearms? Many people of all walks of life are plagued by this phobia, but I might have just what the doctor ordered to help you get rid of that fear. This is a firearm. You'll notice that it does not simply go off at will. Amazing, right? This is an inanimate object. It has no soul. It has no brain. It cannot harbor evil intentions, or good ones for that matter. It is perfectly neutral. In all seriousness, there are plenty of people out there who are simply terrified of guns. And thanks to the media and their portrayal of those of us who own them, gun phobics are now also afraid of gun owners. Look, I get the irrational fear thing. I confess I happen to have an irrational fear of spiders. But say hypothetically that I wanted to face this fear. If I wanted to truly get over it, is it better for me to be watching, say, an Animal Planet special on the world's deadliest spiders? Or should I go talk to someone who specializes in arachnids and learn more about their behavior, their positive traits, and their role in the environment and what they contribute to it? If you're afraid of guns, are you out talking to police and military, firearms instructors, or range safety officers? Or are you clicking on every YouTube video you can find about mass shootings? Are you feeding your irrational fear? Or are you dismantling it with facts? A few years ago, my friend Kim decided that she wanted to learn to shoot with her family. At the time, I didn't really know much about her background with guns, but when I arrived at the range, I literally found her crouched in the corner, white-knuckling her ear protection, praying that it would all be over soon. She was terrified. Now, through the course of our time at the range, we got her up out of the corner and introduced her to a .22 caliber handgun. Her hands were shaking with that first shot, but after she took it, she learned that she had control over the gun, that she was in charge. And suddenly, her whole demeanor changed. Kim practically bounced out of the range that day, proudly displaying her target, which I gotta say was pretty impressive. She was so glad to have had that first positive, empowering experience at the range. See, the problem is, though, that many people won't do what Kim did. They don't care to take the time to get over that irrational fear. Instead, they let the media's ridiculously sensational reporting keep feeding it. But there's a danger involved with that kind of thinking, because that fear actually holds power over them. And what's worse, those perpetuating that fear have power over them too. You want to know how to get the upper hand on that fear? How to take back the power? Educate yourself. Learn how guns work. Take classes, read some blogs, maybe a magazine or two. Listen, just the way spiders serve a purpose in this world, so do guns. And the most successful people learn to live with the world rather than in fear of it. That doesn't mean that they're reckless. For example, people who work with dangerous animals, they don't have phobias of them, but they're also not reckless with them. They understand what they're capable of and they respect what they can do. In the same way, the day that you don't respect what guns can do is the day I'm not shooting with you. Guns deserve a rational, logical level of respect. But when a healthy respect becomes an extreme, undeserved fear, you create unnecessary problems for yourself. So for those of you out there who still fear the firearm, what do you say we work on it together? I'll work on my arachnophobia and you educate yourself on guns. No one wants to live life in fear. My guess is we'll both be better off for it.